Greetings, my drinking buddies. I'm curious if you've watched the outstanding miniseries on Netflix called The Queen's Gambit. If you haven't watched it, I'm highly recommending it. But even if you haven't, I'm going to make some good cocktails for you. One of the drinks that's featured in the Queen's Gambit is going to be a Gibson, and this is going to be a play on a martini, but instead of there being cocktail olives, we're going to use cocktail onions. So we're going to begin by chilling a martini glass and placing inside 2 cocktail onions. And we have our stirring glass with a stirring device of some kind, and we're going to add 2 ounces of gin. Next, we're going to do a ½ ounce of dry vermouth. Now, martinis should always be stirred, not shaken. James Bond ordered his martinis wrong and was snooty about it. Kind of funny. Let's stir this up. Approximately 30 seconds of stirring. The Gibson. All right, the Gibson. Let's give it a taste. It's a very gin-forward martini. Not having the olive makes it taste, wow, very junipery. Vermouth is very subtle. I've never had one of these cocktail onions, so pray for me as I eat one. Oh. They're actually delicious. Who would have thought I'd like an onion by itself, but this is a nice martini. I actually like this better than an olive martini. So, the Gibson, cheers. Now let's make a couple original cocktails in the theme of the Queen's Gambit. All right, drinking buddies. So, in our theme of Queen's Gambit cocktails, I have to have a couple originals. And to begin, we're going to do one themed after the classic Chessmen cookie. Obviously Beth Harmon plays a lot of chess in the series. It's one of the main focuses of the show. And I thought a Chessmen cocktail would taste really good. And so first what I did was I heated up ½ a cup of water, and to that I added 2 tablespoons of brown sugar and 1 tablespoon of butter. And I went ahead and stirred that up real nicely. It's nice and hot. So this is going to be a served hot beverage. I got my glass here. We're going to pour this right on in. We're going to bring some liquor to the party, of course. We're going to need 1 ounce of amaretto. And we're going to do 1.5 ounces of bourbon. That's from Kentucky, so bourbon seemed really fitting for this cocktail. Let's stir it up. Garnish it with a Chessmen cookie. The Chessmen. All right, so Beth Harmon's Chessmen. Let's taste it. Ooh, better grab it from the bottom. It's a little hot. Oh yeah. That's delightful. I mean, it's hard to not be delightful when you have butter and brown sugar in something. A lot of almond flavor coming through from that amaretto. The bourbon's coming through nicely. This is just a lovely, hot, wintry, good beverage that you should have sipping by a fire. The Chessmen. All right, drinking buddies, let's make another original Beth Harmon cocktail. So this is going to be Beth Harmon's Green Pill. So in my shaker tin, I have ice, and I'm going to add 1 ounce of fresh squeezed lime juice. Next, we're going to bring some bourbon to the party. We talked earlier about how Beth is from Kentucky, so bourbon is fitting. We'll do 1 ounce of bourbon. Next up, green chartreuse. It is both green and from France. Green for the pill, France because she goes to France. It is from France, right? Yeah, product of France. All right, and we're gonna do a 1/4 ounce of absinthe. Another green French ingredient. Don't want to do too much absinthe in a cocktail ever because it can be extremely overpowering. Next up, some simple syrup. We're going to do 1/2 ounce. Let's shake this up. Beth Harmon's Green Pill. Let's give it a taste. Oh yeah. As you know, I love anything with chartreuse in it, but this is just quite delicious. We have the anise flavor coming through from the absinthe, but not in an overpowering way. Subtle. Some of the botanicals from the chartreuse are coming through. Get a little bit of a spicy rye bite from the bourbon. Certainly a lot of sweetness from the 3 sweet ingredients. A lot of lime. This is what I would call a wonderful adult limeade. Out of the 3, this is my favorite. That's why I saved it for last. All 3 are delicious, but this one takes the cake. So, thank you for watching. I really appreciate all of my subscribers. So if you're not a subscriber yet, please be sure to subscribe and hit that little alarm bell so that you'll get notifications whenever I release a new video. Thanks for watching.